Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan.
Are you feeling sore? We can make that better. Tune in to the Ateneo Senior High School's first radio program, SOAR, the Seniors On Air Radio, where you can listen to music you want straight from our playlists. Don't change that channel yet, because SOAR is ready to put the you in youth. SOAR, Seniors On Air, here on Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM. The Jesuit Hour.
Wait, what? No! Let's try that again. Join the fun bunch of the Hugot Hour with Father J-Boy as we talk about anything and everything under the sun. Share your everyday Hugot moments and everyday Hugot quotes. G, tara na! Usap tayo. Bring your own baon. Bring your own Hugot. The Hugot Hour with Father J-Boy and friends gathers every Monday at 6:30 to 8 in the evening. Only here on Radio Katipunan 87.9 FM. Want to find out more about the famed org community of the Ateneo?
Yeah.
Wondering what projects and initiatives our student organizations are currently up to? Curious to hear the perspectives and motivations of the different people that make up the org community? Tara na't magkwentuhan! Kwentuhang MVP takes you to the vibrant and passionate organization community of the Ateneo de Manila. Tune in every Friday as we catch up with our student leaders and our organizations and find out how they're continually pushing forth with their advocacies. Kwentuhang MVP, taking the MVP to you.
To listen to music that uplifts the soul, follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. Our music is also available on iTunes and Deezer.
Welcome to the Rundown, where we take you right into the action with the latest sports news, updates, game previews, breakdown, and analysis in, around, across, and beyond the Ateneo. And now, let's get ready to run down!
Getting reliable health information about the COVID-19 outbreak can be a lifesaver. Rumors and false information can help further spread the virus. To counter this epidemic, it is important to rely on information coming from professional and ethical newspapers, TV and radio channels, and news websites. Quality journalism is now more crucial than ever. During the COVID-19 outbreak, only trust official information sources and credible media outlets. Do not share unverified information. This is a message from UNESCO.
Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM. Follow at Radyo Katipunan in our social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter.
Mamangha sa lalim at ganda ng ating kultura at diwang makabayan sa mga salita at pahina. Sa tulong ng mga guro at manunulat ng panitikang Pilipino, halina't tuklasin ang yaman ng ating panitikan, ang pamana ng ating lahi. Ito ang Sari-Sari, tuwing Miyerkules, 11:00 ng umaga, dito sa Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
Iwasan ang pagkakaroon at pagkalat ng sakit na COVID-19. Palagiang maghugas ng kamay. I-check ang temperatura para sa lagnat. Umiwas sa matataong lugar. Iwasang hawakan ang mukha kapag hindi pa nakakapaghugas ng mga kamay. Iwasan muna ang pagyakap, beso-beso o paghalik sa ngayon. Maging maingat, maging ligtas.
Basta't laging handa at sama-sama,
Kaya natin to. Hatid sa inyo ng PCOO, DOH, KBP at ng himpilang ito.
Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tupa at tama. Buhay atin sa loob, sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng pera. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugod. Todo sa kayod, tulong at tulong. Lipad na Blue Eagle, galing-hiling at tigil. Do and buy, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan.
Rejoice, refresh, renew, and reflect. Join us for an hour of music that uplifts the soul. Listen to your favorite Jesuit music ministry artists. This is JMM Radio. JMM Radio. Get your day's dose of inspirational music. Tune in to JMM Radio every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. Only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Bago ka isilang sa lupa, ika'y akin nang inaruga. Paanong ako'y iyong lisanin? Paanong ako yung limutin? Gayon man buot papawiin ang iyong pagbalik, ihintayin sa bawat pagtawag ko sa'yo, sa bawat hakbang mong palayo, nananangis tong yaring puso, hangad pa rin bago ka isilang sa lupa, ika'y akin nang inaruga. Sa bawat pagtawag ko sa'yo, sa bawat hakbang mong palayo, nananangis tong yaring puso, hangat pa rin ang piling mo. Sa bawat pagtawag ko sa'yo, sa bawat hakbang mong palayo, nananangis kong yaring puso, hangat pa rin ang piling mo. Paano di kita
You have just heard a song from the Jesuit Music Ministry. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. We are also on iTunes and Deezer.
Alright, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to JMM Radio, the radio program of the Jesuit Music Ministry. Ako po si Lester Mendiola.
Join us for another hour of music and talk that uplifts the soul. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. And welcome to JMM Radio, the radio program of the Jesuit Music Ministry. Ako po si Justin Pontino ng radyo-katipunan. And of course, nakikinig po kayo sa amin loud and clear from your, if you're of course within the Katipunan and Ateneo areas. Napapakinggan po kami via the 87.9 FM frequency band, of course. Gayon din ay napapanood tayo sa ating Facebook live feeds dito sa Radyo Katipunan, sa Facebook pages ng Ateneo de Manila, ng Jesuit Communications at ng Jesuit Music Ministry. Gayon din po, naka-simulcast tayo sa ating YouTube page at ating Twitter account. Ayan, so magandang gabi po muli sa inyong lahat. And yes, it's another Wednesday episode, of course, of your pinakakaabangang JMM Radio. Wow, pinakakaabangan talaga yun. Hello, magandang gabi sa iyo, Les. Yes.
Just we are also cross-posted on the page of Center for Ignatian Spirituality Philippines.
Yes. Because we have tonight, no, our friends from CIS as our special guest. Pero mamaya natin papakilala kung sino yung mga makakasama natin. But of course, for those of you who are following these pages, magandang gabi po if you're of course watching and tuned in right now with us. Ayan. So, yan. Siguro, balikan lang natin kanina, no? Napakinggan natin sa ating opening, of course.
Si Father RB.
Yes.
Si Father RB, ang kanyang pag-awit ng pagbabalik, ito ay awit ni Father Manaling Francisco SJ. Ayan, very classic song for Lent, no? Just ngayon ay naka-isang Sunday na tayo ng Lent, no? Kumusta naman so far ang iyong Kwaresma?
Hindi pa ako makapanahimik eh. Kasi ang dami pang ginagawa, ang dami pang nagaganap siguro, kaya hindi pa talaga fully na nandoon, no, sa in that moment of reflection. Pero siguro habang tumatagal at habang lumalapit talaga ang panahon ng ang mga banal na araw, ika nga yan. So medyo baka doon baka maramdaman ko No? Pero of course, we already started that naman na with last week, di ba? And yun na nga, tama ka, nakalampas na nga ang isang linggo ng Kwaresma. So, yon, habol na lang. Habol na lang talaga. Pero hopefully, no, tonight, dahil nga nabanggit mo na nga kanina ang Center for Ignatian Spirituality. So baka sakaling makatulong sila sa atin to prepare, no. So kaya makakausap natin sila maya-maya lamang. Pero bago 'yan, ayun nga, no, gusto ko lang batiin syempre si Father RB Hizon kung nanonood sa atin na nasa ba siya ngayon? Nasa Davao ba siya?
Cagayan de Oro,
di ba? Di ba walang tumama?
Kausap ko siya ng isang araw. Hello, Father RB. Good evening.
Hello, Father. Na-miss ka namin. And we kind of miss all, kasi if I am not mistaken, yung music video na yan, di ba? Yan yung pinakahuli nating
yes! Oh my God, you remember?
Video. Oo.
That was... We shot that March 2020, di ba? Bago mag-lockdown.
Yan yung bago mag-lockdown, yes. That was the very last.
Tapos biglang lockdown na.
Oo. Kaya medyo nakaka-miss, di ba? Yung mga ganyang production natin, no? At gayon din, no, yung ating, syempre, bukod sa mga music videos, we also miss yung mga yung mga concerts natin, 'di ba? Yung mga in person.
Yung mga face to face, yung mga natin, live concerts.
Oo, 'di ba? When was the last concert that we had na physical?
Na live?
Was it Ginintuan?
29. Well, the big one, the biggest one, Ginintuan 2019. Pero kasi 'di ba sa JMM we really organize and we're always being tasked to mount concerts. Bukod dyan, yung involved ako siguro yung PCNE. Oo, PCNE bago umalis si Cardinal Tagle.
Mm-mm. Pero yun nga, no, tama. I think Ginintuan was the last biggest concert that we have for JMM. No?
That's 2019.
2019.
Oo.
Pero syempre, that was yung physical kasi we kind of pioneered naman with our online concerts, no, during the pandemic.
Nag-innovate naman tayo kumbaga.
At walang makakapigil sa atin.
Hindi,
diba?
of course, parang patuloy pa rin naman kasi yung ministry natin eh. And parang mas kailangan tayo ng mga tao to produce yung content about our faith, about prayer.
Yes,
mas kailangan ng mga tao ngayon ito. Kaya we tried our best to innovate. Kaya meron tayong mga online concerts. Yan.
Dahil nga, speaking of online concerts, ngayong gabi kaya din po natin naimbitahan ng ating mga kaibigan from the Center of Ignatian Spirituality dahil magkakaroon sila ng isang online prayer concert this coming Saturday, no? March 12 at 8 p.m. Kaya tatanungin po natin sila, no, behind dun sa concert or what's in store for us, no, doon sa concert na yun. And of course, no, to give us more background on it, of course, ipakilala na natin ang ating mga panauhin ngayong gabi. Ayan. So unahin po natin syempre ang Director for Programs and Retreats ng Center for Ignatian Spirituality or CIS Philippines. First time, of course, here on JMM Radio. Let's all welcome Miss Maria Riza Carasig. Ayan, magandang gabi po, Miss Riza. Welcome to JMM Radio. Oh, Riza po. I stand corrected. Okay, thank you po. And welcome to JMM Radio. Bati po muna kayo.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Les and Justin, for having us. I hope you have a great evening today, all of you listening and watching us right now.
Ayan, ako maraming salamat. And yes, Les, siguro baka ikaw na better magpakilala sa
yung susunod na guest is actually in Cebu at the moment. Oo. And idol ko to sa pag-awit kasi napakagaling talaga kumawit. And he has written some of JMM classics. Halimbawa, I remember, no? Stella Maris yata, si Father yata yung lyricist nito eh. And other songs that he collaborated with Father Madaling. Ayan. And he is also the chairman of the Ignatian Year online concert, yung mangyayari nating concert this Saturday. Friends, please welcome Father Silvino Junjun Borres, SJ.
Yan,
Father.
good evening, Father.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Thank you, Les, and Justin for having us here. It's a pleasure to be here.
Welcome, Father. And nice to see you, of course. Ayan.
Yeah.
So, pati muna ulit, Father, sa mga ano natin, sa mga fans nyo. Fans nyo talaga.
Masyadong showbiz.
Masyadong showbiz.
Sa mga tagatangkilik namin, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat.
Ayan. Okay, so ayan po, sila po mga kasama natin tonight to talk more about our upcoming online prayer concert of course featuring Himig Jesuita and Father Arnel Aquino SJ, ang Thy Love and Thy Grace.
Yes. Oh, just aside from the concert, we also want to get to know more yung ministry ng Center for Ignatian Spirituality.
Yes.
So if they have questions about yun sa concert magaganap or tungkol sa CIS, they can type in their questions in sa comment section and we'll try to address these questions during the show.
Correct, oo. At siguro sisimulan na nga natin yan dun sa tanong na kung dahil nga siguro baka marami sa ating mga tagapakinig ngayon ang siguro nagtatanong kung ano ba ang Center for Ignatian Spirituality. So siguro baka better doon natin simulan, no? Ano po ba ang CIS at ano po ang mga ginagawa ng center na ito? Siguro we can discuss more about the programs or what exactly are your objectives or yung vision, no, ng Center for Ignatian Spirituality. Baka si Ma'am Riza? Riza pala, sorry. Correct.
It's okay. All right. CIS is the, of course, spirituality center of the Philippine province. And twofold yung ginagawa namin. On one hand, and I think we're primarily known for giving retreats. People get to know us because of the retreats that they have taken from us. But the primary mission, maybe Father Junjun can add to it, but the primary mission really of CIS is to train and share the Ignatian spirituality and the spiritual exercises to formators, no? So yun primarily din, hindi masyadong alam na rin, but I think yung how people get to know us initially would be through retreats. But retreat is just one of the things that we're doing. We're also training people, no? And maybe, in fact, the beneficiary of the concert that we're having on Saturday is all about that, about the training that we are about to give to a group of very special people. Maybe Father Junjun can add to what I just said.
Yeah, that's true. This is so one of the center is really to share this tradition of giving the exercises and in particular the ministry of spiritual accompaniment, or people would call it spiritual direction. So and we want to share this at itong beneficiary namin dito, yung local clergy. I got this inspiration. I attended. We had this convention also here in Cebu some 5 years ago. It's a ratio fundamentalis about seminary formation. At narinig ko doon sa mga small groups namin, they really express it. Ang dami-daming seminarista, tapos yung mga formators na sinasalang konti lang sila, no? And then of course they express their need for training on spiritual accompaniment. So yun ang hangarin, at I'm glad that the center shared that vision. So And I'm also glad that from the artists to the production staff and everyone else, our sponsors share also this vision of funding the training of the local clergy.
O nabanggit na rin ni Father yung magiging beneficiary bale no nung concert no. Pero I will just backtrack lang. Di ba tama naman po na si San Ignacio in fact ang patron ng mga retreats? Tama po ba? Di ba?
Well, hindi naman siya una-unang but I think he has the art of conversations. In fact, the Jesuits, we Jesuits are known for our schools, our educational apostolate. But if you look back, the first really, well, at that time, hindi pa naman Jesuita si Ignacio, but yung first ministry ni Ignatius is really spiritual conversations. So that's, it's really a big part of, of who we are as a religious and whole Jesuit family, nation family.
Just magkikwento ko ng konti, no? Kasi na-encounter ko yung CIS nung when I went on a Holy Week retreat several years ago. Sinabayan namin sila. Sa Sacred Heart
Novitiate ito, no? Oo.
Les, may buhok ka pa noon?
Ay, wala na, Father. wala na
meron
po.
Meron pa naman kahit konti lang.
Tumutubo naman pa. Pero yun, we were able to encounter yung CIS and ang ganda ng ministry nila ng spiritual accompaniment, no? And yung pag-train sa mga tama ba rin? Yung mga nakikinig po. Diba? Yung mga nag-direct ng retreats.
Didirect ng mga retreats. Ayun.
See, I'm curious kay Miss Riza. Miss Riza, how did you become part of CIS po?
Okay. I think that's a good question. Una-una, hindi ako Atenista. So my exposure to the Ignatian spirituality came actually quite belatedly, no? Nasa compute, no? Maybe mid-20s na ako by then, no? And of course, I have to give credit also to the Senecal sister. Siya nung una nag-introduce sa akin ng Ignatian spirituality. But getting to know CIS was actually through the retreat that we are giving, no? Ngayon, naririnig nyo yung retreat in daily life. So more than 20 years ago, a friend of mine invited me to take the we didn't call it yet retreat in daily life at the time. It's just really the 19th annotation that was being offered. So the 19th annotation is the adapted version of the spiritual 30-day retreat. No? So instead of taking it for 30 days, you take it for about 35 weeks. So that was the first time that I was introduced to CIS. So I was a retreatant myself. And then when I was going through the retreat, I encountered many retreat guides, spiritual companions who were lay, no? And that kind of attracted me even more to the, possibility of pursuing the ministry as well. Kasi parang ang nakita ko noon, pwede pala ito gawin kahit hindi ng madre, kahit hindi ng pare, and ganyan. So that was it, no? So I took it to be exact, 1999 ko yung kinuha. And then 2 years later, I took the program that we're actually offering to the clergy. So ano na to nag-evolve na to over the years, but it was still a study circle. We're still offering it now. I took it through the study circle. And then, hindi ito tuloy-tuloy kasi I was also discerning along the way. So yun din yung maganda dito kasi you don't just take the course and say that I will be a spiritual director. As you take the course, you discern. So ako, ganoon ang ginawa ko. Parang may gap ako. May mga gap years ako. I will take this module this year. May 2 years gap ako, if I'm not mistaken, before I took the module about retreat giving, yung direct na talaga na practicum on retreat giving. So doon yun nag-umpisa. And there was no turning back since then. So after that training on supervised retreat giving, I was invited to be part of the CIS kasi meron kaming hindi pa namin tinatawag na apprenticeship program yon. Hindi pa ganun ka-formalize at the time. So ang equivalent nun ngayon is the apprenticeship program. So that gave me an opportunity to continue with the ministry. We waited to be invited, to be engaged in retreats. So yun, wala nang dire-diretso na yun. I became programs director lang naman 3 years ago, less than 3 years ago. But I have been involved in the ministry since way back, close to 20 years. So yun yung that's how I got it. Kaya nga yung sinasabi ko kanina, CIS, people would get to know about CIS initially through retreats. And then when they see how they are being accompanied, parang yung opening ba, yung possibility, attraction to being companions themselves, ayun, nape-present yun. And I see that in a lot of people, nag-RDL muna, nag-8-day retreat muna, they got to be interested, nag-inquire na about the program. So parang ganun din yung aking quote-unquote vocation story sa CIS.
Ayun. Siyempre, tatanungin pa ba natin si Father Junjun? Ano lang naman, pero siyempre si Father, I'm pretty sure, siyempre, di ba, from time to time, Jesuits are assigned to the different, yung apostolates, di ba? Pero Father, kayo, you've been director for how many years po ng CIS?
Well, I was officially involved with CIS as resource person in the early 2000s. And then I was formally around 2007. Okay. And then 2010, I was made acting executive director for about 2 years. Then when I came back in 2017, I was made executive director until 2021.
Ayun. Pero so basically, Father, ngayon ano na po kayo ngayon? Nasaan na kayo ngayon?
Well, iba na assignment ko . So I'm assigned similar, of course, related ministry because it's still retreat ministry here in Cebu. Yes, so we have a retreat house here in Cebu. It is called, you believe, CCIS, Cebu Center for Astrology.
Hindi kayo nalayo, Father, di ba? Yun talaga yun eh.
Ganda-ganda ng aming retreat house. If you're around Cebu, please drop by, visit. I always tell friends, first 2 days libre. On the 3rd day, I will charge you. Right.
Ayan, we'll make sure to pay you a visit, Father, if ever we get to go to Cebu. Anyway, so for the benefit of our audience po, how many programs do we have now in CIS or that's actively running ba or on a seasonal basis or all in all basically? And also siguro gusto rin nating malaman kung do we only cater for example to a specific group of like for example the clergy lang ba, or there are several programs also that lay people can join in?
We have the basic guides formation course. It's a 5-module course. Kaya familiar yung mga tao, module 1, module 2, 3, 4, 5. That has been offered regularly, but when the pandemic struck, we were limited to offering only online module 2. So we managed to convert it to an online offering through the study circle. The study circle, by the way, even before the pandemic, used to be offered 12 Saturdays. So when the pandemic hit us, we still offered it, naging 13 kasi kailangan namin ng module 0 to orient people kasi syempre online, and all. So kailangan may isa kaming week doon. So 13 weeks. So during the pandemic, yun yung na-offered talaga namin consistently, and we both 2020 and 2021. And Father Junjun was still the AD when the first time we offered it, no? And the number was really pleasantly surprising, no? Kasi from, I think Father, di ba, correct me if I'm wrong, di pa ako PD noon nung before the pandemic. I think ang study circle would just average about 12 to 15 persons, no, yung every Saturday. But when we offered it first time online, we had 30 participants.
Wow.
So parang talagang more than double. So I think the reach certainly became wider. No, we got participants from outside, not only outside Metro Manila, but also outside the Philippines. So
that's
participants
nice.
from Singapore, Malaysia, Korea. So we wider reach. Tapos even the nationalities, I think, Father, if you recall, parang 11 yata na different nationalities yung participants namin ng time na yun. So yun during the pandemic. Now that it's easing up, in fact, nung summer of last year, we attempted to offer again Module 3 kasi Module 3, which is the supervised retreat living, cannot be given online. Kailangan talaga face-to-face on. We made an attempt last year. We had participants already. We had retreatants already. Pero nag-surge, di ba, no middle of March.
Yes.
Buti natapos pa namin yung Module 2. In the middle of Module 2 yun, we had to cancel Module 3 and another Module 4A. But this year, we're really hoping that we're scheduled this year na matuloy ulit, no, at least until Module 4A. So hopefully, when everything normalizes, we can again resume offering even the 4A and then Module 5. So yun yung regular. And then sa retreat side naman, yung retreat in daily life namin, no, we also had to, we were forced. Yun yung mga magandang dinulot ng pandemic eh. Parang we were forced to be creative. So we were forced again to convert online the retreat in daily life. And the same turned out, no, as the study circle. Prior to the pandemic, kasi pumasok ako sa CIS as Programs Director 2019, no? All set na yun, face-to-face pa yung RDL. I think we only had about 40 at the time. And yung 40, 30 pa doon institutional clients. But when we offered it first time online, we had 75 all in all.
Wow, ang dami doon.
Madami siya talaga, no? And then last year, we had 98. 98 retreatants taking the retreat in daily life, no? And yun, ganun din. Maganda rin yung turnout, no? Kasi in fact, yung sinasabi ko nga sa inyong vocation story ko, nakikita ko yan ngayon doon sa participants namin, no? So for example, I received 2 applications for Module 2, the Fundamentals for Ignatian Retreat Living, from former RDL retreatants. No? So, again, the experience of being accompanied in a way open up the possibility, at least the possibility for them to explore if giving accompaniment could be also a ministry for them. And they proceed by applying for the module. So yun yung mga regular namin. Ang ASHS, Ateneo Senior High School, produkto din yan ng pandemic. Naging regular client namin ang Ateneo Senior High School. Second school year na namin sa kanila ito. Online, and it was also a very consoling experience for us, no? So yun, may mga regular clients naman ng CIS na patuloy pa rin. Ateneo de Davao also would still request us for retreats. In fact, the training programs that we are giving are also being availed of by Ateneo de Davao for their formators. Ano pa ba, Father? Baka may na-miss pa ako. And of course, mamaya ipopromote ko yun. Binigyan ko ng poster si Lester eh. Makita ko yung mga ibang programs.
Yeah, I just want to highlight that normally the impression, at least people would assume that this is mostly clergy and religious. In fact, most of our clients are lay people. Our pool of directors now, who are, some of them are on training, others are, all are mostly lay people. So this is really, because there was a time in the history of the church when the renewal, there was much in renewal, hunger, spiritual renewal, and it was initiated by lay people. So the ministry of accompaniment really for lay people is just a recovery, of what they used to experience, hundreds of years ago.
Yes, ayun. Oo, actually I would definitely agree na dahil nga siguro sa resurgence nga nung ng yung ayun tama yung awakening of our yung for thirst for spiritual nourishment, ayun. Kaya siguro mas marami na rin sa ating mga lay people na talagang gusto nang i-try, no? Yung ganitong mga gawain. And it's of course good to know that we have places like CIS where they can actually do this. Ayan. So later on baka mas marami pa tayong malamang mga activities siguro ng CIS. But siguro at this point, let's talk more now about the upcoming events for the Ignatian year, kasi we're also celebrating of course the 500 years of the conversion, no, since we're talking about conversion of Saint Ignatius of Loyola. So we're may mga activities po ba kayo aside from of course the concert that's happening? Meron pa po ba kayong mga ibang activities na in line with the Ignatian year celebration?
We just concluded an outreach. Father Junjun was still with CIS at the time when we were planning for these activities, and one of those actually, halos dalawa lang talaga yung major na aming Ignatian year activity. One of these, of course, is the concert. The other one is an outreach program. So which again is a gift, no? Kasi parang ang hirap mag-outreach at this time, di ba? Paano kang pupunta sa whatever area. So ito yung unang hakbang foundation. So yung unang hakbang foundation is a foundation that caters to poor students. So parang to equip them, parang to prepare them better for their studies. So ang ginawa namin noon, we gave a monthly, it began initially with twice a month. Again, spiritual conversation. Babalik tayo dun sa sinasabi ni Father Junjun kanina. Yun naman, in a way, retreat naman talaga, pag titingnan natin, ang isang important component on is spiritual conversation. So we gave, this ran from August to December. No? So nag-conclude yun in December. We had 50 students as young as 9 years old to about 15 years old. And we also had another group from Unang Hakbang, yung mga mothers din. So we would give, parang yung format namin medyo katipo ng sa Ateneo Senior High School. I provided prayer units to them, prayer points in Filipino. And then there were facilitators assigned to them. Tapos nag-meet kami through iba-iba, yung iba messenger na lang, basta online. So nag-meet for spiritual conversation for them to share the fruits of their prayer. So yun yung isang major na aming ginawa in line with the Ignatian.
And the ministry continues, no, despite the pandemic. Siguro I'm just curious lang po, since nung pandemic and you continued on with some of your programs, how hard is it to di ba po kapag po if you're training people to become guides or spiritual director, kailangan silang i-monitor. Ganun po ba yun? Paano po yung I'm just imagining how difficult it is to transition to online.
From face to face to online.
Parang kasi kung face to face it's easier, di ba po? also give feedback and also to parang shadow retreatant an ongoing spiritual direction. Paano po kayo nag-transition from face to face to online?
Okay. Siguro ako na, Father Junjun, yung sasagot mo. No? So parang, maybe I can describe a bit the design that we still have for the study circle and the retreat in daily life. Una, maraming salamat sa Canvas. Kasi malaking bagay yun. It was a tool that we use in order to deliver the resources to them. So in terms of lectures, we managed to still do that. Learning namin to dun sa ADL ni Father Janico na as much as possible, you offer all the lectures to them, all the sources of learnings asynchronously kasi nga di natin alam, di ba, parang mag-fluctuate lang, wala na. So una yun, sinunod namin yun. So we design the modules, delivered it over Canvas. The same thing with the RDL, ganun yung ginawa namin. No? Tapos, yung monitoring, magandang tanong yun, Lester, kasi yun din yung una kong concern noon nung kino-convert namin. Paano namin malalaman kung talagang nagbabasa itong mga ito, kung talagang pinapakinggan yung lecture, paano namin ma-assess? So, we had to create, no? Sa face-to-face naman, meron talaga silang groups pero hindi yun facilitated. Kasi on-site naman so madali naming makita yon. So ito, meron kaming facilitated small groups. So meron kaming facilitators, study circle, yun ang taga-monitor, taga-tool. Ako din, one of the facilitators din ako. So from there, mas monitor namin sila more closely, no? We would meet them every Wednesday. So ang design namin, upload lahat ng materials for the course ng Saturday at their own pace, pero at their own pace na may deadline, meaning to say by Wednesday they should be done, including with the assignment for that particular module. We call it module also, yung mga topics. And then Wednesday is the time for reporting. So yun. So kaya malaking tulong din ang mga facilitators kasi sila yung tumutulong sa akin, no, mag-assess, no, if a person can continue, etc. If there's an intervention that should be needed, so i-echo as a coordinator. So yun yung nangyayari. Tapos they have a rest day naman kasi mahirap din naman, may mga trabaho din to. Rest day nila ang Thursday and Friday. In fact, Thursday is more for time for them to reflect on what happened. So may ganun din kami, may parang examen din kami for the week. Meron kaming noticing exercise that we'd ask them to fill up. And then Saturday wrap up para naman ma-meet nila synchronously yung resource person for the week. So that's the setup. Tapos yung sa RDL, ganun din. Every week, meron kaming pinupost na material kasi by weeks yan. Ang challenge doon yung prayer workshop, so we also had to convert that, no. So yung kunyari contemplation, we had to produce a video na Max-produce, pero hindi to JMM quality production na nag-produce. Pero thank you kay Michelle. Si Michelle ang tumulong sa amin dyan. Yung isa namin kasama sa CIS na apprentice, no. So we had to have, no, para lang meron silang experience talaga of how it is to go through the contemplation. Meron kaming Padlet na nilagay for them to share, etc. Tapos, of course, synchronous yung meeting nila sa kanilang SB. So, yun yung design. And you know, for example, sa RDL, nagulat ako doon, mataas ang retention rate namin. Whereas before, maraming hindi nakakatapos. Kasi nga, difficult kunyari, pagpunta na traffic, na ganyan, pag-meet, ito hindi kasi parang, you know, at the comforts of your home, meet mo, hindi ka dadaan sa traffic. Mataas ang persistency rate namin sa RDL, no? Maraming nakakakumpleto talaga. So, yun, ganoon. Mahirap in the beginning, hindi namin din ma-imagine actually, no, at the start, paano natin to gagawin. Pero awa naman ng Diyos na iraos at I think it was working well. In fact, the plan is to still offer the 2 programs online even when things
Yun. Actually, yun rin sana yung tatanong ko, yung out of curiosity lang din na kasi nga alam naman natin accompaniment is parang they say na it should be felt na physically in a way, di ba? So, yung experience, kumbaga how is the experience compared to doing it online? So mukhang nasagot naman ni Ma'am Riza na there is there's interest and also magandang malaman na mas nakukumpleto pa nga nila in fact pag ginawa nila online because of siguro less the hassles of daily life, ika nga. Mas nakakapag-focus pa sila.
May pahabol lang ako kasi dun sa study circle which is the fundamentals for Ignatian retreat giving and spiritual direction, there's one component there that is non-negotiable, meaning to say it cannot be done online. It has to be done face-to-face, and that is the practicum. So ito yung sila na yung magbibigay ng sila yung director, and we will observe, we will give feedback. So yun yung non-negotiable. In fact, kasama kami ni Father Junjun nung last month, Father? Kasi yung meron kami mga participants na of course like 2021 talagang wala kami. We didn't get to have an face-to-face practicum. 2020 meron pa kalahati nung batch nakapag face-to-face practicum. 2021 wala. So ngayon kami, nag-catch up kami ngayon.
Mahabol.
In fact, next week, March 19, meron kami nakaschedule sa Sacred Heart for a group of participants from those 2 batches who will do the face-to-face. So medyo naging conditional ng konti, quote-unquote, yung kanilang completion kasi yun, non-negotiable yun. Kailangan nila ma-complete yun if they're interested to apply for module 3. So yun lang naman. The rest, everything is really being offered online.
Okay, ayan. So sige, at this point, sabi ko nga, iano po natin, balikan na natin yung ating concert, this coming Saturday. So it's entitled Thy Love and Thy Grace. So saan po nakuha yung title natin for this concert? And also parang ano po bang magiging sino ba ang beneficiary ng ating concert ngayong minamount natin? Or maybe Father can help us with this.
Well, the love and the grace from the Sushipe, and it was Father Arnel who suggested that we title the concert "Thy Love and Thy Grace." And what's unique about this concert is that the lineup of songs are grouped according to the spiritual exercises. For some of you who are not familiar, the spiritual exercises are divided into 4 weeks, not calendar weeks, but thematic weeks. So like week 1 of the retreat, the 30-day retreat, which runs from 9 to 11 days. I'm giving right now 30 days, 30-day retreat to seminarians from the Diocese of Manila. Is about sin, of course, at the background, the contemplation, the meditation, and prayers and sin against the background of God's love. Then week 2, the mysteries in the life of our Lord Jesus. Week 3 is the passion and death of our Lord, and then week 4, resurrection. And the songs, of course, hindi talaga maganda, but we try to that the songs that we're choosing, we group according to this theme. So because we want to emphasize that this is the Ignatian spirituality runs through the concert itself. So as we have said earlier, the beneficiaries are the local clergy. We have identified already some groups, interested local clergy for the different dioceses. So that and the training on spiritual direction or spiritual accompaniment and retreat giving will be funded from this retreat, from this concert.
Ayun, no? Um, just to excite our viewers for the concert, no, that's happening on Saturday. Maganda talaga yung concert. Hindi naman sa pagbubuhat ng bangko, pero
how is this different though from from our previous ones? Yan.
Well, it's not the usual virtual concert that we used to have in JMM, di ba? Yung iba na kasi nating concerts, yung parang mga boxes, ganyan, and we piece in together the people singing. But this, we really did shoot it live, yung Himig Jesuita. So, yon. Tapos, maganda yung concert. It was really pinag-isipan, di ba, Father Junjun? Pinaghandaan.
And it's a prayer concert, Les, by the way, di ba? So people are invited not just to watch and get entertained, but hopefully to be drawn to pray and to reflect as they watch the concert.
Yes. Correct.
Ayun. Okay, siguro baka ano lang din siguro po, let's also briefly describe lang kung ano po yung sino po yung magiging beneficiary ng concert ng natin on Saturday. So parang para saan po ba natin ginagawa yung concert na ito?
I thought I already answered it. This is for the local clergy. So of the different dioceses, mga pare nating diocesan. So because some of them expressed their desire to learn the ministry of spiritual accompaniment or spiritual direction. So the proceeds of the concert will go for the funding for their training.
Ayun. Okay. Para lang po natin ma-emphasize lang din natin yon. And
the training, Justin, that Father Junjun mentioned, ito yung dalawa sa modules ng aming formation guides course, no. Yung tinatawag naming module 2, yun nga yung fundamentals of Ignatian retreat giving and spiritual direction. And then module 3, yung supervised retreat giving. Maybe Father Junjun, we can share also with them that we started this already.
The diocese, we held one about 2 years ago in Bacolod. Mostly priests from Bacolod, but there were also other participants, also priests and deacons from yung mga karatig ng mga diocese ng Dumaguete. In fact, we have also from Bohol, Kabangkalan. So we had over close to 30 participants then. So, and the response to the program that we had was very positive. So we're trying it out, hopefully also not just in Visayas but in Mindanao. So,
ayun. Yan. So siguro at this point, Father and Ms. Riza, maybe you can invite our katipuneros and katipuneras to watch and to pray with us this coming Saturday for the concert. Sige po.
Salamat, Justin. So I'm inviting all of you on behalf of CIS to please join us on Saturday for this very wonderful prayer online concert. It is our hope that as you watch the concert, you will be drawn really to pray and to reflect, especially that we are in the midst of the Lenten season. And Saturday, by the way, is also the canonization anniversary of St. Ignatius of Loyola and St. Francis Xavier. So I hope you can watch the concert. And if you do feel inspired, by all means, we will welcome your generosity so that we will be able to reach out to more priests through our programs.
Yes. Ayan. Meron po bang sorry, go ahead, Father Junjun. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I can also I invite you all to join us in this an evening of music and prayer. So and we also invite you, if you're inspired to also make donations for this cause. I would really be grateful. So hope to see you on Saturday.
And maybe Father,
go
maybe
ahead,
we can thank in advance already those who made it possible, di ba, to di ba, Father? Meron ng mga in advance even before.
So all those who had
Yes.
who had already sent their help,
Yes. The initial, yung mga initial sponsors natin. Yes. Sige po,
Salamat.
go ahead, Father. Baka gusto niyo silang pasalamatan.
Sa lahat ng nagbigay na, at magbibigay pa.
Yes.
So maraming salamat at may pagpapatuloy namin ng programang ito para sa mga kaparian natin.
Ayun. And if ever they would want to make their donation, meron po ba kayong mga saan po ba pwedeng i-share or saan po ba nila pwedeng ibigay ito? Meron po ba kayong mga info?
Yes.
I think during the concert, Les, those details will be made available primarily through CIS bank account in BPI, GCash, and PayMaya accounts. And also through, Les, di ba meron through jescom?
Yes po. You can go to jescom.ph/donate, and then meron po dong drop-down button for the concert for CIS.
And those who are in the US, donations can also be made through PJAA. So salamat kay Father Vic Salanga for making that possible.
Ayun. Okay. Ayan. Ako, exciting yung magaganap this coming Saturday, no? Pero bukod dyan, no, it would be a great siguro way to jumpstart our Lenten reflection. Ayan. So siguro po 'yon, magandang imbitasyon po ito sa lahat, no, na manood at makidasal po, no, sa atin sa darating na Sabado. So again, that's March 12 at 8 p.m. The Ignatian Year online prayer concert entitled Thy Love and Thy Grace, presented by the Center for Ignatian Spirituality Philippines in cooperation with Jesuit Communications, and for the benefit of the training program on spiritual direction for our local clergy. At muli, no, ang konserto pong ito ay live stream natin sa lahat ng Facebook pages, of course, ng ating mga partners, of course, aside from Radyo Katipunan and Jesuit Communications, of course, and Center for Ignatian Spirituality. At gayon din sa ating YouTube channel, Jescom
TV.
Ayun.
Yes. At mga social media partners natin, Justin.
Yes.
Mga parokya at iba-iba pang mga institutions.
Ayan. So, it's a date on Saturday. Ayan. Sige. Okay. So, Les, any announcements from your end?
Yes po. In connection to the Ignatian Year, we are going to start to release songs for the Ignatian Year. Ito pong Friday, we're releasing Panata sa Puso. The song is written by Father Manoling Francisco at ang lyrics po nito ay si Father Vic Baltazar. And then every Friday, abangan po ninyo, we will be releasing songs na sana matulungan kayo magnilay. Hindi lang nitong Ignatian Year, lalo na nitong Holy Week. And then the release of the album, ang title niya ay All Things Anew Will Be on Good Friday. Marami tayong bagong kanta, Justin. There's even a song that is sung by Sister Bubbles Bandojo. All the way from Rome.
All the way from Rome.
Yan.
Yes, naku, abangan natin yung mga releases na yan. And of course, right after our show, Les, though, since we're talking about the Ignatian Year, meron yung, of course, yung ating mga Ignatian Year activities dito sa Radyo Katipunan. We'll be having our, of course, yung for this month of March, no, sisimulan ang Ignatian Year Year Talk series ni Father Kit Bautista, the Ignatian Conversion, a psychospiritual perspective, later at 8 o'clock, no, right after our show. Kaya wag po kayong bibitaw at susunod na po yan pagkatapos ng ating programa. Ayan. So muli, maraming salamat po sa ating mga panauhin ngayong gabi. Of course, Father,
pwede ba akong humabol lang?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Miss Rai. Yes, po.
Kasi since Lent naman, meron kaming Holy Week retreat, both online and on-site.
Ayun, oo.
So, For those of
Ayan.
you who still are parang medyo ambivalent pa in going to an on-site retreat, we have an online retreat, Triduum pa rin, Holy Thursday to Holy Saturday. The Jesuit trio that we had last year, they're back. So it will be Father Francis for Holy Thursday, Father Arnel this time for Good Friday, and Father Jordan Orpe for Holy Saturday. And the on-site retreat, it will start Holy Wednesday until Easter Sunday sa Sacred Heart Retreat House in Nopaliches. So nag-release na kami ng promotion. Visit lang our
we will be, I think we are showing it now to our audience then. Ayan. So,
yung mga posters natin.
Take note po natin yan this coming Holy Week. Ayan. So, meron tayong online at on-site retreats din. Ayan. Exciting.
Just while we're posting yung posters natin sa screen natin, no, basahin ko lang itong mga pabati, no. Si Father Jordi Orbe, sabi niya, pa-shout out naman po Riza and Father Junjun. Hello, Father
Jordi.
Hello.
Bettina Hernandez, si Tip Panlilio Bantige. Good evening, Father Junjun. Si Miss Gwendolyn Liano, at si Miss Adelaida and Daya, and Philing Tan.
Hi, Philing.
Good evening po sa inyo lahat.
Happy birthday, Jackie Chua. I hope she's watching. Isang partner natin sa mission.
Yun. Okay, sige. So muli po, no, maraming salamat sa ating mga panauhin ngayong gabi, of course. Thank you so much, Mama Riza Carasig and Father Junjun Borres of the Society of Jesus, representing the Center for Ignatian Spirituality. At muli papaalala kami, no, on March 12 at 8 p.m. for their concert, their benefit concert entitled Thy Love and Thy Grace. Yeah. So that's on Saturday. So muli maraming salamat po. Magkita-kita tayo next week for another edition of your JMM Radio only here on Radio-Katipunan 87.9 FM. Sa ngalan po ng ating mga producers na sina Judith, Chris, Adam, and Princess, at ang ating tech na si James, ako po si Justin Pontino ng Radio-Katipunan.
Sa ngalan po ng aking katuwang na si Kuya Ray Malipot, iiwanan po namin kayo ng isang awit, ang Dakilang Pag-ibig ni Ogie Benipayo. Good night po!
Good night.
Thank you, Les. Good night. See you Saturday.
Dakilang pag-ibig saan man manahan, Diyos ay naroon, walang alinlangan. Tinipon tayo sa pagmamahal ng ating pong si Jesus. Tayo'y lumikaya sa pagkakaisa sa haring nakapako sa krus. Dakilang pag-ibig saan man manahan, Diyos ay naroon, walang alinlangan.
rejoice, refresh, renew, and reflect. Join us for an hour of music that uplifts the soul. Listen to your favorite Jesuit music ministry artists. This is JMM Radio. JMM Radio. Get your day's dose of inspirational music. Tune in to JMM Radio every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. Only here on radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM. Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.